Hey guys, what's going on? It's Neighboy here, and today we're going to be talking a little bit about what I'm going to be doing for the next two Let's Plays, and other stuff like that. And I kind of want to update you guys on kind of some of the stuff I've been up to recently, and yeah, so, alright. So the voting is done, well, it's been done, but the results, if you decided not to count it yourself, which I perfectly understand, but the results happened to be that people wanted Persona 3 to be the beta, and the secondary project was going to be Silent Hill 3. So yeah, Deadly Premonition actually put up a lot better of a fight than I thought it would. I thought that this could go like either of two ways. Either Deadly Premonition was going to sweep everything because of how low the views are on Silent Hill 2. I kind of expected no one to want to really watch Silent Hill 3. But that was not the case, it appears. People wanted that majorly over Deadly Premonition. So yeah, if you can't tell, I'm tired right now. So I'm kind of out of energy, but I'm just going to give you all these updates. So but the thing is, although I would love Persona 3 to be beta, or Persona 3 to be alpha, and then Silent Hill 3 to be beta, I can't even talk. Although I'd love to do that, I don't think I'm going to be able to produce 7 videos a week anymore. For the most part, with Persona 3, I mean, I've probably finished up the entire run and recorded it all by like the beginning of May, and I posted the last video like in June. So there was a large period of time there where I really most of the time when I decided to start the whole alpha beta thing. I mean, if you remember, Persona 3 started out with 3 videos a week, and that's all that I posted was 3 videos a week. And that time was pretty easy for me, but I had a lot of stuff to do in school and stuff, so it was, I kind of needed that. But then once my back catalog of videos started to accrue more and more and more, then I was like, maybe I could do 4 videos a week. And then I was like, dude, what am I doing? Whatever, just go 5 videos a week. And then basically by the time I started Pokemon Emerald as the first beta project, I had already basically mostly completed the series for the most part. And same thing with Alan Wake and all that, obviously, because that was all even after Pokemon Emerald. So, I mean, Gateway, for instance, was a 40-minute game that I stretched out for like an entire week, which, I mean, I could have done that all in one part, but I decided to kind of stretch it out. But more or less what I'm trying to say is that it's just not going to work 7 videos a week right now. It is the summer, so I thought that I could handle it at first because there's not a whole lot going on right now. But stuff is coming up, though, and it's not going to be as lighthearted as I wish my summers could be. But I'm still going to be doing probably 5 videos a week. Now the thing is, I decided what I'm going to do is, I mean, I know this is kind of the opposite of what you guys voted, but I'm going to be doing one Let's Play at a time. I'm going to do Silent Hill 3 first, and then the answer. The main reason for this is because of what I'm about to talk about in regards to the answer run. I know this video is really, really long-winded, and yeah, but look, I'm trying to get as many updates as I can all in one video. But this is what has got to be done. So Silent Hill 3 is coming up, not this week. So this video is going to be posted on Sunday. So it's not going to be here this week. I'm going to still take this week off. Mostly this week though is going to be a recording week. I'm going to start hitting Silent Hill 3. I'm probably going to end up about 10, 11 parts like with Silent Hill 1 and 2. Around that ballpark, maybe not right on that. But I might even go a little bit shorter if I feel like recording some longer parts. But so what I'm kind of feeling is that we're going to be doing that first, because what I want to talk about now is what I'm going to be doing with Silent Hill 3: The Answer. Okay, so I've been hearing from a lot of people that Silent Hill 3: The Answer is very hard. It requires a lot of grinding. It's very combat heavy. There's not a lot of the story that is there is kind of bad, and then not only that, but there's not a whole lot of story. It's mostly 90% combat. So it's pretty. It sounds like basically the most uninteresting Persona related content I could possibly imagine, more or less. I'm not really looking forward to this at all, but I'm gonna do it. I mean, I kind of myself want to wrap up that story and just kind of see what happens. I'm kind of interested in the story, but from what people are telling me, like, characters do stuff that they normally wouldn't, like they act out of character, and that sounds really stupid. I hate when any kind of media, whether it be movie, video game, whatever, does that. Whenever someone acts like they really wouldn't, it really gets on my nerves. Yeah, and then just combat heavy, and like you can't even pick like normal or easy even. You have to pick hard. There's no other difficulty. I don't know. I'm gonna do it, obviously, but so what I'm doing, this is the news regarding it, is that I've decided that, you know, from what I've heard, I just not interested. And like, honestly, if it was up to me right now, I wouldn't do it. Like myself, like for instance, if I didn't do Let's Plays and I wanted to play like Persona 3, I got done playing Persona 3 on my own time, and I was about to play this, and then I heard all this, I probably wouldn't play it. But I probably wouldn't. But since I'm doing Let's Plays, I'm not gonna leave that unfinished. I'm gonna do it. So what I'm gonna do to make it more fun and interesting for me, and also you, because if I'm not interested and it's not fun for me, it's not gonna be fun for you either, because you're just gonna be watching me like being frustrated. And although that there's some kind of comedy to that, but whatever. I don't think that is worth it in the end to have a boring Let's Play for a little bit of comedy. But yeah, what I'm gonna be doing, I went out and bought a brand new PS2 on eBay. I bought a brand new Game Shark on eBay, and that's the road we're going down. That's all I can really say right now. Yeah. And so you might be saying, oh my god, you're going to completely break the game. No, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make it so that the main character has infinite health, so that we can't get a game over. I mean, the way I got around that before was in Persona 3 and 4, was that I had those magical items that made you and your party all back alive. And so that's how I got out of having to get the game over. But that's the way I'm going to be doing it now. I'm just going to give myself infinite health. I might even boost up my stats and make myself a tank. But yeah, I don't know. It whatever. I mean, if you don't like the sound of that, I don't know what to tell you. It's either this or nothing at all. So beggars can't be choosers, I guess I could say. So yeah, that's how I'm gonna be playing it. So that's just for you guys, for your info. The main reason I'm doing Persona 3 after Silent Hill 3 is because of the shipping on eBay. I don't know when it's gonna be here. I can't start recording until it gets here. The Game Shark, they're very rare, and I had to spend a large quantity of money on it, which is never fun. But the same, you think that the guy would have like shipment confirmation, and you could be able to track it and stuff. You don't even get that, and it's like, I don't know where this thing is or when it will be here. Same with the PS2. I think the PS2 is even farther behind the Game Shark in terms of being here. So because it's heavier and it takes longer for delivery, I guess. So yeah, I don't know when that's gonna happen. And second of all, the Game Shark, I've heard some testimonies from people online saying that some games don't work with the Game Shark, and it also is kind of scary for me because Persona 3 came out, at least Persona 3 Fez came out really late, like 2007, I think. I can't really remember the real date it came out on. But since it came out so late in the PS2's life, these Game Sharks were made back in like 2004, where these games were not designed for the Game Shark at all. So I don't know if it's going to work. If it doesn't, I'm going to go and get it's a device called a Action Replay Max. And people said that worked with Persona 3 Fez. And I'm going to use that. And if that doesn't work, then I'm going to go buy a Code Breaker, which is another device. And if that doesn't work, then we cancel the Let's Play, more or less. Because that's basically like, I mean, right there, these three devices, if I had to buy all three, that's like $120. These things are expensive. So, yeah, I'm going to just go and... pretty much, I'm just going to worry about getting that, and then once I get that, I can start recording. And then after Persona 3 Fez, or, the answer is wrapped up, I'm probably going to start working on something. I'm kind of wondering, like I said, that Persona 3 New Game Plus, or Persona 4 New Game Plus, Persona 4 New Game Plus, that's a possibility, and I've really been thinking about that. A lot of people say that they like the idea of it, for going for all the social links, kind of spicing things up a little bit more. And yeah, I mean, I really want to do 100% Compendium, though. I want to be able to have that in my New Game Plus. People say, like, oh yeah, whatever, it's going to get boring because you're so overpowered. But I remember playing it with all the best Personas in the very first couple dungeons, and it's not that complicated. It's not that, like, literally what happened for me, at least. Because, like, whenever I was playing it, I was going for a max social link run. And basically what it was is, like, you would just keep on constantly, going and going and going and just going through the story and all the social linking every day. And then you would get to a point where it would rain and there'd be, like, almost no social links to do that day. And that's when you would just one day just decimate the dungeon. Because, I mean, getting max social link, you really need to have the really good party. Because, like, if you're in the dungeon for more than one day, that's time you're wasting. You could be social linking and stuff. So that's just what I feel. I feel like I need to. If I go in overpowered, it'll be more easier for me. It'll be more fun, I think, for you guys watching. And maybe you guys could, like, follow along. Maybe, like, it'd be kind of like a guide to how to get a max social link run, when to do certain events and stuff. So yeah, basically that's about it for that. I'm gonna be doing Silent Hill 2, like I said. We're gonna be doing that, or Silent Hill 3. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. We're gonna be doing that. I'm currently kind of refreshing myself by kind of playing through the game a little bit myself, but not really. I've just been kind of messing around in it, like getting the controls figured out. And I got through the first couple dungeons, just kind of messing around with it. And I think I can easily do that game again. It's been a while, but it's not that big of a deal, really. And then I don't know if I'm ever going to do Silent Hill 4. Silent Hill 4 is a much different game. I think it's more scarier in some parts, but the world is a little less scarier. Like some of the structure of that game is pretty scary, but then you turn around and there's really nothing in the world that scares you too much. I mean, it kind of is a scary game, but I don't know. It's been so long since I played that game. I think maybe even longer than Silent Hill 3. I feel like. I know I played it through 1 through 4 all at once in a big, huge run that I did, and I think that was the last time I played 3 or 4. Of course, the last times I played 1 and 2 were during the Let's Plays I did for them. So yeah, you can go. I really recommend you go watch Silent Hill 1 or 2 if you haven't. My Let's Plays, just go on my playlists and they're there. Silent Hill 2 got a dismal amount of views. It didn't even get any, and that's always really bothered me. So if I see a whole bunch of more views for that popping up, go back and watch it. It's an interesting run. I kind of went back and watched a couple parts of it, or at least I watched one part of it, And I don't know, I felt that was a pretty decent Let's Play. I didn't feel that it was bad or anything. I don't know why I got so little views. Maybe people just weren't interested at the time. But yeah, I certainly hope I get a lot more views on Silent Hill 3. I feel like I have a better shot at getting more views of that. It's definitely a more interesting game, I think, because you play as a girl, so that's kind of a cool thing that the game kind of exploits a little bit. And yeah, I'm trying to think is there anything else. So I guess I could talk about this a little bit. What's kind of happening in my life right now? The reason I can only do 5 videos a week, which it's kind of crazy. I'm doing 5 videos a week, but the main reason that's kind of stressful for me in my life right now is because I bought a new car, which it's kind of been stressful, having to deal with that. Like, holy crap, I have a brand new car. Yeah, I got a Volkswagen Passat. It is a 1.8 turbo. It's a really sweet 1.8 liter engine. It's got 4 cylinders. I mean, it's a 4-cylinder. It's not a big engine, but it's all right. It's it's a Volkswagen, so it's really nice. It's a I didn't get the sedan. I got the wagon, which it's a typical what you would call a station wagon. Besides for it's silver, so it looks more like steel. It looks a lot more slick, and it's a really nice car. There's tons of storage. It really feels like a luxury car. There's just all the features, heated seats, nice and leather, and it's a pretty cheap car too. It's not too expensive. The engines are pretty good in them. I don't want to bore you here with cars talk. I'm not even into cars that much, but I do. I like cars. I like the concept of cars, but if you asked me to fix one, I wouldn't know the first thing about them. I kind of know the main components of a car, but I don't really know that much about how to fix them. I pretty much had an option of whether I should become a car engineer or a computer engineer, and I picked computers. And literally, I had that option as a kid. Like, there was 2 classes I could take basically in my high school. They had like an automotive kind of, sort of, not really. It was okay. It wasn't. I'm so getting like tied up here, trying to make sure I don't get the story wrong, because I know some people might listen to this that actually know this stuff. But there was like a career center that I could go to. It's kind of a little more trashy, I guess you could say, whatever. But it had an automotive course, and I really thought about doing it at the time. But then I was kind of really getting into computers too, and I'm more of a person that likes computers, so I did that. But yeah, basically. So I'm trying to think here. Is there anything else? I'll probably there'll be a picture somewhere in the video of this car that I got. So if you want to see it, probably not an actual picture of my actual car, but I'll probably find one on the internet. But yeah. So it's a 2002. I just want to mention that also. It uses premium gas, which is kind of a little more expensive, but whatever. I don't really care. 91 octane. I mean, it helps the engine. It doesn't really help. Whatever. It's better so that the engine isn't knocking as much, But yeah. So, anything else I want to talk about? Yeah, I don't know. Just wait for next week when Silent Hill 3 is starting. I'm gonna get started on that pretty soon here. Yeah, I might have some more random videos this week. Who knows? I don't really know if I will or not. Who knows though? You never know me. I'll probably be playing some game and be like, I'll record a video. So yeah, that's all I gotta say. It's been a long video, but whatever. Thanks guys for listening, and yeah, we'll see you guys next time.